But it's video.
Okay. But as sure as you are holding an adorable dog with a massive hog on it, take a look at that.
Look at the
Jesus
thing.
Christ, just rocking.
Look at that. It's like a fifth leg. It's like a fifth leg.
The newest member of the Pence family. Welcome, Stanley Pence, everybody, to the Ramble as well. Here we are. It's also radio, though.
Is it?
It's also. And now, to help back me up, it's not just you and I and Stanley, as that we think it's all we need, and a weird hand petting.
He won't sell it.
No!
No sells the
Wow. Oh! Jesus. Just
nothing.
He's like Zeus. He's like Zeus with Hogan when they gave Zeus the push.
No sells everything.
Man, no sell Stanley. Now, to help back up that it's also radio, joining us live via satellite. And I joked about it last week, but holy shit, I think we really might have the man who juices all of Bob Baffert's horses right here, Cody Villafania. We're just kind of fucking around. Who knew? Who knew that the Medina Spirit was all jacked up? I was joking,
What's up, guys?
Cody.
I'm live from New York. I just wrote Elon Musk's SNL monologue.
You're responsible.
Yeah.
Wow.
You're responsible.
Look at everything Cody's doing. A man of so many hats. He's got to just, I mean, are you worried about the juicing with Baffert's horses, Cody? You worried about this at all? You don't seem concerned in the least.
No.
Wow.
No.
Look at that. Wow.
Doesn't care. Clear either way.
There it is. Doesn't give a fuck. Look at that. Wow. Man. So, Stanley, the newest member of the Pence family?
Yes.
Now, how old does Stanley have to get until you force Colton to kill him to fulfill his becoming a man? When does that happen? To kind of like, okay.
Colton turns 12 Thursday.
Yeah.
So I would say usually, I mean, I had to kill my first dog when I was 12.
Right. So any time after Thursday, it's fair game.
I think anytime we might hold off a couple months just because he's so new to the family. And the dog I raised from a pup from when I was a little kid. So I knew that dog, so it meant a lot to me. So I really want him to get attached to the dog before I make him have to kill him.
Kill it, right. Yeah.
Otherwise, it doesn't mean as much.
It's not the same. He's still not a man. Technically, I don't think he would have graduated into manhood yet.
No.
I don't think that's so. I was fucking exhausted because of chemo. So sorry, we only got a Ramble Radio last week, gang. We're gonna try to get
lousy excuse.
I know, lousy excuse. We're gonna try to get all three this week. We're gonna try to get all three this week.
Whatever.
We'll see if we can.
Okay, Jerry.
Being a little bitch with your chemo.
We're gonna try to get all three. And so here we go. So Cody on vacation again. Look at this, man. Rocking.
Wow.
Rocking and rolling.
Who did you swindle out of cash this time? Which 90-year-old rich lady have you convinced that you're in love with?
Yeah, so basically it's the tail end of like the people who come down to the beach for the winter. Mm-hmm. It's like I just kind of snuck in the final week there and just weaseled my way in.
Oh, that's amazing. That's amazing. Look at that. Oh, God. Oh. So you already saw your first minor league baseball game in how long, Cody?
God, I haven't been to a minor league game in a long time, at least 2-3 years.
Where'd you go?
Did the team... Oh, go ahead. Yeah, sorry.
Oh, it was a Corpus Christi Hooks, and they were in their Raspas.
Hey, the Raspas! Were you tempted to get a hat at the gift shop?
You know what? I went, and they didn't have one in my size, so I left empty-handed.
That sucks.
Yeah.
Who were the Raspas going up against?
The Missions, the San Antonio Missions.
Who eked out the W?
The Missions.
Oh, so you're a happy man. You were in enemy territory, baby. Woo.
Yeah, I had to stifle my cheers from the minor league crowd who cares so deeply about their team.
They do. It's their livelihood. It's their life's blood. That's what they do.
But I went in with my Henry the Puffy Taco hat. So
I love it. That's great. Who are the Missions a feeder team for?
The Padres.
The Padres. Oh, are there any soon-to-be Padres there already? Anyone?
The number 8 prospect in baseball is on the Missions. Yeah.
Wow.
His name's C.J. Abrams. He's a shortstop. He homered today. had another 2 base hits. He was really good.
It's amazing, right? When you see, because I went to one minor league game with Eddie, Tracy, and Colton and Andre. We all went. It's my first minor league game in a long, long time. Not probably since Texas, right? And it's funny, but who was the dude? One of the Dodgers was coming back from rehab. Remember that, Eddie? He was rehabbing an injury.
Fun.
And the guy, it just effortlessly goes 4 for 4. It was just like, oh my God. Like, it was just crazy.
It's probably literally like you're a high school baseball player and you just get bumped down to like T-ball and you're just.
Yeah, you're like, okay, I got this. I was just, didn't he? I think he went 4 for 4, didn't he, Eddie? Like, it was just every time.
I think he was 4 for 4 with hardly trying.
Yes, I mean, barely putting any effort. It's like, God damn. Like, it was, it's amazing when you have those 1 or 2 players on each of those squads that can do that at that level, you know? It's, and now, are you guys double or triple?
This was AA, and to match your shirt, this was at Whataburger Field.
Whataburger Field, baby.
Nice.
The best part. This is my Whataburger Baby Yoda.
Nice.
Yeah, that's my Grogu Whataburger outfit is what I'm rocking.
I remember I was doing a triple run. This was 2009. It was right after Colton was born. Yeah. And on the way back down, we stopped in at San Jose Giants. John Huck and I watched a minor league game there, and Buster Posey hadn't been called up yet to the Giants. It was like he was getting ready to be called up. And we watched him play a game, and it was literally like watching a man play with children. Not in that way. Right.
Again,
in baseball.
Not the Matt Gates way.
Not the Matt Gates way.
I have regrets because Fernando Tatis Jr. spent some time in San Antonio before he came up. Yeah, and I never was able to make it out because that was back when the missions were AAA for the Padres.
Yep.
And I just never made it out, and he was there, and it would have been
that'd
cool
have been dope, man.
Yeah.
I think this could be their year. I don't know. Dodgers are looking weird. I mean, the Giants, I think, are a little surprising. So maybe the Padres could. I'm kind of rooting for the Padres right now. I'm kind of rooting for the Padres.
I still think if you don't want to see the Dodgers in the playoffs, though. That's the thing.
No, you don't. That's the thing. If they can at all get it together and start consistently,
they're a tough out in 7 games.
Yeah. You're gonna be fucked. But man, it's gonna be it's like they're like Golden State. Maybe you catch them right now, but you don't want to face them, right? Like they're beatable. But I don't think any team wants to. Or your team. I don't think anyone wants to play the Wizards in the Eastern Conference.
I don't know.
With the way Beal scores and the way Westbrook has just been dominating. I don't know, man.
They could get some team who's sleeping on them.
Now, I don't know about they could win a 7-game series, but I don't think any team wants to play them in that play-in tournament.
No,
everyone's like, oh fuck, we don't have to play these guys.
What about the Lakers trying to avoid the Warriors in the play-in? That's no good for it. That's not good.
No. So now with the play-in, if you lose one, you're out, right? I don't know how that works. Or do you have another chance?
I think that if you're the 8 or 9 seed, I think the loser still has a chance. I think.
Okay.
If I'm not mistaken.
Because the winner of 7 and 8 automatically goes in. They're automatically the 7th seed, right?
And I think the loser plays the winner of 9-10.
That's right.
Mistaken.
That's right. Okay. Yeah. So whoever loses. So okay. So if you lose the 7-8 game, you still have a chance.
And why did they do this play-in thing this year?
Ratings?
Shorter season.
Because of the shorter season. That was it. Is it permanent or are they going to go back?
No, I don't think it's. I mean,
with the
backlash, hate it.
I don't think it's going to be permanent with it. But I mean. I see both sides to this. It's the abortion case for me, guys. I see both. I see both. I think I get how the players can be so frustrated at we worked this hard to at least secure one of the 8 spots, and now that's in jeopardy. But at the same time, Cody can attest to this. You never had this problem with the Spurs, but there was a couple of times when the Western Conference would have a team that was well over 500. Be in 9th or 10th place.
Yeah.
And happened to the Mavs, a couple where you're just like, what the fuck? And then in the Eastern Conference, there are teams who are 5 games below 500 who are 6.
The ninth seed would be like the 6th seed in the East.
Yeah, and so in a way, it's like as a fan back then, this would have been kind of cool to at least, at least your team has a chance, kind of.
Right.
But I also understand.
This thing happened in football. I mean, Washington won the NFC East at 7 and 9, and yet there was teams in the AFC that won 11 games and didn't get in the playoffs.
Didn't get in the playoffs.
So you see the argument for it, but at the same time, that sometimes it's like fluke years where all right, do you want this permanent? When in a normal year, most teams 10 or 11 wins get you in the playoffs. You don't get in unless you get 10 wins. Every once in a while, you have that season where it's 8-8 or 7-9.
Okay, how about this? Is this better? I think I might have solved it, guys. Here we go, okay? So the 7 through 10 teams in the future, instead of having a play-in tournament, they pick a WWE superstar to represent them, and then there's 4 matches. How about that? And if that one win, what do you think?
Now,
is that better?
Is it 4 matches or a 4-way match?
4-way, fatal 4-way! Fatal 4-way, that's it! Fatal 4-way, the top 2, the last 2 standing, and then whoever pins that one gets a 7th seed, right? So the last 2 standing are 7th and 8th seed, and then whoever gets the pin is the 7th seed, and whoever is the 8th.
Now, what's less fixed, a WWE ref or an NBA ref?
Oh, don't 2006. I'm gonna say WWE. 2006. I'm gonna angrily still say, God, it is kind of sad how they just, it's like they just don't care. They get busted and they still make these horrific calls, and you're like, all right. After that dude, the Tim Donahue guy or whatever, you thought, okay, maybe they're gonna. Nope, they're still just shitty refereeing left and right in the NBA.
I feel
amazing.
I feel like it's going to be interesting because I think that robotic umps are coming. I think it's going to happen.
It probably will.
It should. There's no reason it shouldn't.
And it's happening in the minors, and the MLB is crazy every night. And then I wonder what happens as a result in the other sports. Like, do you see more challenges? Do you see like a ref that's up in the booth that's able to make calls? I wonder what's going to happen.
That'd be interesting. I do want to see robotic umps just to see a manager argue and then get his heart just ripped out of his chest. The robot,
his dick shot off like RoboCop.
Yeah, he just shows no mercy. The robot umpire just shows no mercy.
That will be the last time a manager comes out of the dugout.
Ever argue shit.
But I mean, why not with balls and strikes? That should totally be.
Yeah,
that shouldn't be a subjective thing. That should be the strike zone, and that's what it is.
There was that story that I was listening to sports radio way back when, 20 years ago, and this retired umpire came on, and he told the host that one time he called a strike, right? And the batter who he called the strike against didn't look to him. He didn't say anything to him. He just looked at his bat and said, if that's a strike, we're going to have a long day. That's all the guy said. And that umpire said, the rest of that dude's career, I gave him the tiniest strike zone. So it's like, that's not fucking fair. Like, that's not, like, how does, like, that he shouldn't, like, so, I mean, it's like, okay, yeah, cute fucking story, but come on. Like, how many pitchers were like, really, you fucking asshole? Like, I didn't fucking complain to you either.
It shouldn't come down to grudges. Balls and strikes.
But also you can be, like Eddie was saying, you can be objective about it, and it's one of the few things that, like, literally a robot can call it and go into an earpiece into the ump down there.
Yep.
And it's right every time.
It's correct.
Not subjective.
Would be amazing. I think pitchers would probably love that.
Oh,
I would
absolutely.
assume pitchers would absolutely love that going.
I think batters would like it too if they knew what their strike zone was. If you know exactly where your strike zone is.
Set strike zone is okay.
I think it benefits batters more than pitchers because you know exactly where the strike zone is.
Yeah, it's a good point. You know where it is. There's no bullshit now. That's I hope it happens. I think we need it for everything. We need it for fucking everything. Football.
Yeah, because people are stupid. There's no reason there shouldn't be a little sensor in the football, and then you can tell wherever the ball lands on the field where exactly that football is.
That's it.
So you don't need the subjective, like, okay, where are they going to spot the ball?
Right. You don't need that. They just have
take that completely out of the game.
It's so dumb that's even. Oh God. Yeah. It's and yes, it's benefited the teams we root for, and it's fucked the teams we root for. So just get rid of it. You know what I mean? Just get rid of it altogether. And just, I would.
No, but there's a moment where they got the stick in the chain, and they're like, "Is he gonna go?"
Right.
They put it down. Everyone cheers because it's first down. Because the ball's touching it just a little bit.
The only thing I'll miss, but I already miss it. We don't have it anymore. Is IBM's You Make the Call. Those were. Didn't you live for those commercials, Eddie? IBM.
I did. It's the only reason to watch the commercials.
Now they should just do it for sexual assault. They should bring it back and just be like, do you think Ray Rice should be in jail? You make the call.
You make the call.
Domestic assault.
Are you sure you want to ask NFL fans that question?
Yeah, it's a very good point. Very.
He was 17, but the age of consent in that state was legal. You make the call.
You make the call. IBM, you make the call. Oh, God. He tackled his wife on a sofa full of automatic weapons. Should Greg Hardy still be in the league? You make the call. Oh, fuck.
Is this a felony or misdemeanor? You make the call.
Oh, shit. Well, man, as much fun as this has been, we kind of have.
Get ready for the opposite.
Get ready for not fun. We have to deal with the.
He'll be pissed too. He's been up for a week. He's had nothing to do for a whole week.
Nothing for a whole week. This poor guy. Oh God.
Skeletor. You got a little bit of a break last week. What'd you do with yourself?
Well, Eddie, that's a wonderful question. I'm glad that you've asked me. It was actually, no offense, but I enjoyed the time away. Don't get me wrong. I love the show. I love being a part of it, but it was nice to just kind of spend a few days to reflect. I did a little spring cleaning, too. Got crates and crates of my belongings for months that had just been stuffed inside of He-Man's mother's pussy. It was my own personal storage unit, and I got several things, so it was nice to take some nostalgic trips, opening up the crates and boxes inside that massive box.
So nothing's changed. Nothing.
Jesus Christ. I might be able to find another puppy for you in there, Eddie, if you don't mind. I'm sure there's something in there. If if you want another one, it's fine.
I'm good.
Yep. Yeah. Jesus Christ.
Cody, good news. I think a minor league game is about to start in a few minutes inside her giant gaping vagina. I can get you tickets, pal.
It's not big enough to hold a major league game.
Jesus Christ! Right?
I actually might take him up on that.
Yes, Eddie, it is big enough. I just don't like smartasses. But okay, fine. Yes, it's big. In fact, it's like Wimbledon for baseball. We have about 17 different little fields there that house minor and major league games.
It's like a complex. It's a sports complex.
Because her pussy is so big.
Yeah, we got it.
Got that.
We got it.
Hammer that one home.
Yeah, there it is. Jeez. Already bringing Stanley into this, that fucking guy.
Wow.
Look,
he's got no boundaries. There's no boundaries with him.
He's got none. Man, Cody, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, well, if you want to hear about movies that are coming out recently or this week, find the Cinesomp podcast, where this week we'll be covering Spiral from the Book of Saw, the new Saw movie with Chris Rock.
That's with Chris Rock?
Yeah.
This looks to be a departure from the Saw stuff, right? Like, it's not like they're all in a room and they got to cut their way out, right? This seems different.
Yeah, it seems to be some sort of continuation of the story, but a little bit maybe less torture porn-y.
Okay, yeah.
But we'll see. And then we're also covering Those Who Wish Me Dead, the new HBO Max movie with Angelina Jolie, and Profile, the new movie with that takes place on a computer screen about the girl who is a journalist, poses as someone who's trying to marry a Syrian guy, and gets wrapped up in it. So
are you allowed to say which is a good movie out of those yet or not? Are we still?
I saw Profile at South by Southwest 3 years ago.
Holy shit!
And it's just now coming out.
Wow!
But I saw it at South by 2018, and it's really intense and really good.
Wow!
So that one's good. I haven't seen the other two yet.
What's it going to be on Profile?
Profile should be out in theaters. Not sure if it's VOD, but at theaters for sure.
All right, look at that. We'll check that good shit out. Eddie?
5 days a week, patreon.com, The Ralph Report. And then Tuesdays, Fridays, Ramble Radio. Wednesdays, we got the Ramble. And then Thursdays, occasionally Good Willow Hunting.
That's us. That's what we're talking about.
That's
us
it.
Right there. That's fucking us. You can see him every Monday as a smug nerd on my social media with Eddie as my director. Eventually, I'll be back on Twitch and back on YouTube, twitch.tv/Retro Rocha, playing old video games. And then Mondays, Cody and I eventually will get back to our thing. And then, eventually I'll be putting some more YouTube videos up. So you can go subscribe to my channels and at least watch the shit I've done before. So there we go. And, of course, you know where to find us here on The Ramble and all of our other places. Please go find us. We love you guys. Thanks for being patient with us. Sorry we couldn't record more than just the radio, but it looks like this week should be normal. So we love you guys. Stay safe. We'll see you tomorrow for another Ramble. We'll see you Friday for another Dagburn Ramble Radio. Bye, everybody. Bye.